Oh, so you're saying this needs to come off? What's up guys, Jared here with a nostalgia-packed movie review. So 80s and 90s nostalgia is huge right now. All of the movies from this era, the music, the video games, the cartoons. So what happens when it's all combined with director Steven Spielberg? Well, the result is none other than Ready Player One. So is this virtual reality futuristic adventure one of the best of 2018? Let's find out. So Ready Player One is based on the nostalgia-packed novel by Ernest Cline by the same name. It takes place in 2045 and shows the audience how all of these people live in these vertically stacked trailer parks called the Stacks because of overpopulation and other factors. The world is pretty much depressing, so there's only one place to go. The Oasis. The Oasis is this huge virtual world where you can pretty much be anyone you want and do anything you can dream of. Having a dance off with the Bee Gees, skiing down the pyramids, or skydiving on a shark while eating a Subway sandwich with Guns N' Roses playing in the background. I'm gonna have to check on that last one, but I'm almost positive you can. The Oasis was created by the late James Halliday, who ended up leaving an Easter egg hidden deep within. The first player that finds the 3 keys gets the Oasis along with $500 billion, so the hunt is on. Our main character, Wade Watts, evil corporation IOI, and almost everyone else is after this coveted Easter egg. Ready Player One was so flippin' amazing. I was gleefully smiling from the opening 5 minutes all the way to the end of this. This movie's visuals were absolutely insane. Like, there's so much happening on screen, from these big giant action set pieces all the way down to like little bits of Easter eggs hidden in the corners of the frames. Steven Spielberg did a phenomenal job of taking all of the source material from the novel and translating it to the big screen for this big spectacle that it deserved. Please see this movie on the biggest screen possible. Now, the one thing that made this movie so fantastical was the world building that Steven Spielberg and all of the others put together. The Oasis. You're gonna be the one that saves me. Is absolutely bonkers, but then when you get in there, there's all of this other stuff that makes up this massive world. The arcade or video game feel of Planet Doom, this epic death race shown in the trailers, an anti-gravity dance club, this cool movie theater that shifts into an actual movie that I won't spoil, and so much more. Outside of the Oasis, the real-world world building was just as grand, having these stacked trailer parks, these drones flying all over the place, and having pop-ups on the screen of your VR. It honestly felt like the most realistic version of the future I've seen on screen, and both made me equal parts excited and terrified. The plot of Ready Player One was another thing that really elevated this movie. It's essentially grab these 3 virtual keys, get a big old cash prize, and control of the Oasis, but there's so much more to this that makes it fun, and it rarely drags on. It's so much fun to watch these characters complete these challenges, interact with one another, and battle in the Oasis. Now, I'm not saying this movie was perfect. There was a few little hiccups and a few things that I questioned, but not enough to ruin the flow of the movie. Finally, the one thing I've been dying to talk about, all of the references and nostalgia packed into this movie. There's so much stuff thrown at you on screen that you really have no idea where to look. Whoa! There were Battletoads, Halo, Overwatch, Back to the Future, DC Comics, Hello Kitty, Mario, Atari, Street Fighter, Gears of War, Freddy Krueger, Minecraft, Friday the 13th, Star Trek, Jurassic Park, Speed Racer, Tron, Akira, Iron Giant, Alien, GoldenEye, Looney Tunes, Star Wars, Borderlands, Beetlejuice, Mad Max.
2 hours later.
Mortal Kombat, Terminator 2, TMNT, The Shining, King Kong, Dungeons & Dragons, Tomb Raider. This makes the movie 100% rewatchable because every time you'll find a new little reference or Easter egg hidden in a corner of a frame. Lastly, the cast was great playing these virtual avatars, the humor was spot on, the music was awesome, and there were some scenes and stuff that were done that I had never seen before. I had very few negatives with Ready Player One. The biggest thing was actually the real world material because it just wasn't as interesting as the Oasis, and some of it kind of dragged on and it just wasn't as cool. Other than that, just a few little things with CGI in some of the frames and character motivations or actions, or those god-awful posters used for marketing. Overall, Ready Player One is Spielberg at his best, creating this fantastical futuristic world that's roughly 2.5 hours of pure nostalgic fun. With these amazing visuals, interesting world building, tons of nostalgia, and it being 100% rewatchable, but with some of the real world scenes kind of dragging and a few other little tiny things, I could not recommend Ready Player One more. This movie caused so much joy. It's definitely one of the best of 2018, so definitely go out and see this awesomeness. What did you think of Ready Player One? Was it the nostalgia-packed wild adventure you were hoping for? Or was this kind of just a boring trip with a bunch of things you're supposed to care about thrown in your face? I want to hear about it in the comments below. As always, you can find me on the social medias at Jared Buckendahl on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and now Stardust. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Until next time, I'll see you later.